Namaste everybody, I'm David Green from sharingyoga.com. Welcome to another class today. Today we're live streaming from Vapi, India. We're about two hours north of Mumbai. Might be a little noisy, but place the feet flat on the floor, about a foot apart. Knees are bent. And we work in and out of bridge pose slowly. So you're going to inhale and lift your hips and lower back up off the ground. And exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift the hips and lower back up. Exhale, coming down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We'll try one more. And then back down. Now take the feet and just move the feet a few more inches away from your hips, and then slowly we'll make the knees and legs go right to left and then left to right. Nice and easy back and forth. Beginning to get in touch with our lower back area. And a lot of the times the lower back area is an area that we really don't pay enough attention to. There's discomfort in the lower back a lot of the time. Bring your stance just a little bit if that feels okay. So again, the feet are flat on the floor. We're setting up for bridge. We're going to inhale, lift the hips and lower back up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Let's try two more. Then we'll release. Again, the feet come a little bit more away from the hips, and then left to right and right to left with the legs. Then we'll come back to center. So from here we'll stay in this bridge pose, and we'll do a little bit of exercises again for the lower back. The feet come up off the ground this time. You're going to grab a hold of the knees like this. So this is the starting position here, and you're going to inhale here, and as you exhale you're going to draw the thighs toward the upper body, toward the chest. And inhale, let the thighs come away. Exhale, draw the knees and thighs closer. Inhale, they come away. Exhale, closer. Okay. Go through a couple more repetitions here. And then we'll release. So we're going to release the left leg and bring the right knee and thigh with both hands up in toward the chest. Straighten out the left leg. Let the left leg relax for a couple of breaths here and see how that feels. And then we'll switch sides. And then we'll switch sides again. So this time, if you want to take it a little bit further, head and shoulders can come up off the ground, and that left leg can come up off the ground. So you're pressing the lower back into the floor. And then you can switch sides here. So the front part of the core is engaged. Then you can switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Finally, we'll grab both knees, head and shoulders, come back down to the floor. We're going to let the thighs come away from the body here, and then once the arms are straight, we'll separate the knees and thighs and just let the legs relax. And then we'll bring the knees back together. Now, Hands are going to come and interlaced behind the head. Then shoulders come up. Put about a 90-degree bend in your knees. Press the lower back into the floor. Squeeze the knees together. And then stretch the elbows toward the ceiling. Breathing. And then releasing the head and shoulders. Releasing the feet down to the floor. And then we're going to roll up to seated. And we'll work with Baddha warm up a little bit. So feet come together. Grab a hold of your ankles or grab a hold of your feet by interlacing your fingers. Draw the heels in close and then sitting up nice and tall. Maybe connecting movement with the breath. You're going to inhale the knees up. Exhale the knees down. Inhale knees up. And exhale down. Good. Drop one is not done. And then we'll relax here. Next, we're going to come over onto the hands and knees. We'll separate the knees and bring the big toes toward each other. Move back toward child's pose. And then don't allow your head to come down to the floor here in child's pose. If you want to watch here, I'm going to bring the hands forward quite a bit so that my head doesn't make it down to the floor. So there's a little bit of an extra stretch in the latissimus area and in the shoulder area here. Look forward toward the hands. So the hands are pressing into the floor, hips are pressing back. And then inhale, come up. And then exhale back. Inhale, come up. And exhale back. Now as you do this, as you move your upper body forward, try to get the shoulders to come as far forward as the wrist, but no further. And then exhale back. And then inhale, come up. And exhale back. And then inhale, come up. Now from here, you're going to round your back, tuck your chin towards your chest, and keep your torso in this position the entire time. You're going to exhale back, inhale forward, exhale back, inhale forward. A couple more repetitions. And then we'll come up onto the hands and knees. When you get to the hands and knees, wrists go right underneath the shoulders this time, knees go right underneath the hips. And you'll inhale, look up, drop the belly down. Exhale, drop the head and round the back. Inhale, look up, belly comes down. Exhale, drop the head and round the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll come back to a neutral spine. Bring the knees together, feet together, and sit back toward the heels in hero pose. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And we'll come over onto the hands and knees here. You're going to begin to shift your hips and your pelvis forward. We'll come into an upward facing dog. So you need to adjust your hands. For some of us, the hands need to be way far forward. For others, way far back, all depending on how you're feeling today, how your body's feeling. So I'm going to keep the elbows bent. I suggest you do that. Then hips come back, press down to the heels of the hands. Knees are still on the floor. And then I'm going to point the toes into the floor here. Come to the hands and knees. And then let's all come into downward facing dog next. When you get to down dog, bend both knees a little bit at the same time. Straighten the legs, and bend, and straighten.
draw the feet forward. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Point your fingertips toward the floor, relax the head, and relax into a forward bend. Inhale, come up to standing. Hands come to heart center. Keep the feet hip width apart towards the eyes. Concentrate on the breath. And then open up the eyes. Up the arms alongside the body. Then from here, the feet are about hip width apart or a little bit further apart. And bend the knees a little bit and keep them bent. And then swing the arms back and forth. Finish up our warm-ups here over the next couple of minutes. And then I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what's happening here. But keep the knees bent, keep the arms swinging. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight, bend, straight, straight. Straight, bend, straight, straight. And then back to just straight arms. And the arms are going to come out in front, and you'll move them on top of and underneath. Back to straight arms. Now bend your knees. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms of the hands up toward the ceiling. Keep the knees bent. Keep both knees bent. Lean over to the right hand side. Press the palms up. Try to draw your right hip up a little bit. A little bit of an extra stretch on the left side there. Then back to center. Both knees stay bent. Press up. And then back to center. Straighten the legs. Bring the hands into the church steeple now, or temple steeple. Bring the feet close together. Stretch yourself out as long as you can. Firm up your thighs and then lean over toward the right hand side for a side stretch. Back to center. Release the hands down through the heart center. Arms alongside the body. Separate your feet again. Close your eyes. Notice how your body feels. Follow your breath as it comes into your body. And follow your breath as it leaves your body. Revolving poses today. Revolve side angle, revolve triangle, and let's say really wide apart, whatever really wide apart is for you. Toes point straight ahead, legs are straight, and the thighs are firmed up. The left arm comes out to the left hand side, and slide the right hand down, bring the left arm up and over. Now, arms are going to come around back. You're going to grab onto opposite forearms like that. Firm up your thighs here. Twist and turn the upper body toward the right a little bit. Make sure that the feet stay 100% perfectly parallel. Right? And the knees stay locked out. And then you'll come down into a forward bend. So it's half forward bend, half twist toward the right. Look down at the right foot that's on the floor. Firm up your thighs and actively press down into the soles of both the feet. The left this time. Breathe in. Firm up the thighs, keep the legs straight. That's the 411 train from Mumbai, Kobylistic, toward the right. And then back to center. And then we'll release and shake out the hands. Relax the head. And then bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, come up to standing. And exhale here. Bring the feet back toward the short side of your mat. Separate your feet at least a foot apart and then step the right leg back a little bit. So you want to have your left foot to the left and your right foot to the right. And then the hips are squaring toward the front of the mat here. So another way, firm up the thighs and then you're going to lean the upper body forward. So there's the base of the pose. If we look from the waist down, both legs are straight, hips are turning toward the floor or toward the short end of the mat. Thighs are engaged and you're pressing down into the soles of the feet. You're going to inhale, come back up. Just unlock that knee for a breath or two. And then we'll come back. Exhale, lean forward, stretch the right fingers forward, and then the right fingers point toward the floor. If they don't make it to the floor, you have two choices. Well, you have three choices probably. You can put the hand on a block. You can bend the knee and bring the fingertips to the left. Twist and turn the torso toward the left. And you can grab onto your left shin or ankle with your right hand, and then you can begin to stretch that left arm up and back. So again, you want to make sure that the foundation of the pose is where you're working from. Right? You're not trying to get up toward the ceiling. You're trying to make sure that. And then we'll switch sides. So right foot forward, left foot back. Right foot to the right, left foot to the left. Pressing down to the soles of both the feet, and then coming back up, and then bend that right knee a couple of times. Now the right hand comes to the right hip, left hand out, inhale. Exhale, reach forward, and then it comes down toward the floor. Keep the legs strong. Rotate the torso open toward the right hand side. Maybe grab onto that right shin with the left hand, and then maybe stretch the right fingers up. These a couple times here. Now to get into extended side angle, similar feet position, maybe a little bit longer. So with the feet about hip width apart or a little bit wider, steps directly over the ankle. And then you're going to try to take your right elbow toward the outside of that left knee. If your right elbow doesn't reach the outside of the left knee like this, you can just put your hand here. Left hand comes to the left hip, and then you twist, twist, twist. And then you can take it a little bit deeper. So all this business here, twisting toward the right, you can have the palms of the hands together, or this left arm comes up and over this way, or you could bring the hand to the hip and twist like this. So this would be if you're just getting started here, just getting familiar with the pose. And then we'll come up, bend that knee a couple of times, and then we'll try it one more time. So try whatever version you did again, as you twist a little bit more toward the left-hand side. Come up, and you fold and twist. Try to get the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands can come here, or you could work with the extended version here. Bend the knee a few times. And then we'll try one more round. And this time we'll bring a little bit of extra attention to the back leg. In this case, that's the left leg. Left thighs engaged. And then the inhale coming up. Exhale, we'll step back to the center of the mat. Feet separated apart. Arms alongside the body. Close the eyes. Allow the body to relax. Breath in, deep breath out. Open the eyes up. Okay. Let's make our way through a couple of sun salutations, and then we'll end up down on the floor, and we'll do some more poses there, some more twisting poses. So feet close together. Inhale the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, and then stretch stretch yourself nice and tall, firm up the thighs and engage your glutes and press your hips forward and arch back. A little bit of a back bend, just to the point where you can feel a nice stretch, but you also want to be in control of the pose and in control of your breath. So make sure you can breathe comfortably here in this little back bend. And then we'll come forward and down.
You're going to press the hands into the calves and press the calves back into the hands for a little bit deeper stretch. Draw the chin toward the chest. Elbows are bent a little bit. And then go ahead and lower down. Point the toes back toward the wall behind you and then come up into cobra a little bit like this. Firm up the thighs or begin to press into upward facing dog. Remember to keep those elbows bent a little bit. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can support the weight of the pose on the hands and the tops of the feet. So now the legs are up off the ground. Thighs are engaged and glutes are engaged, and then the shoulder blades are drawing toward each other. And then we'll come up and back into down dog. When you get to the down dog this time, legs are straight, thighs are engaged. And then gently trying to press the hips back a little bit more. And then we're going to drop down onto the knees. Knees together, feet together, and sit back toward the heels. Up and come to seat out of the right leg and then the right hand out back, and then inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, twist and turn toward the right. And then let everything relax. So next, you're going to bend the knees enough so that you can slide that left hand to the elbow. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, bend that right knee. And you're going to inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist and turn and look toward the right hand side. Deep breath in. Come back to center. Shake the legs up. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, twist and turn and look toward the left hand side. And your attention comes back to center. Chin toward the chest. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Pull yourself forward with the right arm, and then left hand comes out back again. Inhale, lengthen, a little bit of a deeper twist this time toward the left hand side. Finally back to center, and we'll shake out the legs here. Let's come to seated in a cross-legged position here. For the end of the practice today. So right hand comes out to the right hand side. Right fingers are going to face away from you toward the right. And then left arm comes up, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, begin to lean over. So as you do that, you can give rib cage, your left side of your rib cage toward the left a little bit. So watch how that happens. Begin some deeper breathing. And experiment with your pose, right? Lean forward a little bit and see how that feels for you. If your neck feels okay, begin to look up toward that left elbow. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then release. Left hand to the floor, right arm up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean. So again, I know I've mentioned this a few times. When I'm over on this side, it feels a little bit tighter for me on this side. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time here. Press the left hand into the floor. Press the right rib cage toward the right a little bit more, so you get a little bit more length, a little bit more stretch there, and then stretch those right fingers a little bit more and breathe deep. Lean forward, lean back, find the nice sweet spot that works for you. The neck feels okay, look up toward that right elbow. And then we're going to release here. Shake out your hands a little bit. And then uncross the legs out. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, twist and turn. So you can use this left hand as a little bit of leverage. Pull yourself toward the right. And then release and switch sides. Right hand, left knee, left arm into that twist, using the leverage of the right arm and the left leg. And then we'll come back to center. Bring your hands out in front, walk your hands forward, drop your chin towards your chest, press the palms into the floor. Draw the breath deep into your upper back. Walk the hands over to the left a little bit. Walk your hands back over through center and over toward the right a little bit. Back to center. Walk the hands back in, pull the hands into the knees so that you're sitting up much, much taller. See how I haven't sat up this tall probably all week. Okay? So I'm using the leverage of the hands against the knees, pull the upper body forward. And once I'm there, I'm going to try to engage whatever muscles I need to in order to stay like this, and then relax the hands. So I'm using more of the muscles here in the torso. And go ahead and close your eyes. About how your body feels. Take a long, slow inhale. Long, slow exhale. David Green from Sharing Yoga at WillOutYoga.com. It's been my pleasure to share practice with you again today from Vapi, India, a couple hours north of Mumbai, and we'll see you next time.